is Kurt Schwartz. I'm the director of the Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency. Let me take a moment to introduce our speakers in order, and the others who have joined us behind the podium today. Speaking this morning will be Governor Charlie Baker, Secretary Matthew Beaton of the Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs, Colonel Tim Alben of the Massachusetts State Police, Chief Jim Hooley of Boston Emergency Medical Services, Steve McDonald of B4 Productions, Dennis Alves, the Artistic Director of the Boston Pops. Joining us as well at the podium today, we have Secretary Daniel Bennett of the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security, Undersecretary Patrick McMurray, the Undersecretary for Homeland Security, General Scott Rice of the National Guard, Commissioner Joe Finn of Boston Fire Department, Commissioner Carol Sanchez of DCR, from the State Police, Deputy Superintendent Jim Hannafin, Lieutenant Colonels Amadeo and Matthews, Major Tom Grenham, from the MBTA Transit Police, Chief Ken Green, from Cambridge Police, Superintendent Joe Wilson, Deputy Superintendent Jack Albert, and our State Fire Marshal Steve Cohn. So with that, let me introduce our Governor, Governor Charlie Baker.
Thanks very much, Kurt, and thank you all for being here. This is one of the fun things that comes with being governor of the Commonwealth, the chance to celebrate what has always been, for many, many years, one of the real highlights of the summer here in Boston and in Massachusetts and New England, which is the annual Boston Pops 4th of July concert. I do want to start by congratulating Keith Lockhart, who can't be here today, but he's 20 years with the Boston Pops, and he's really become, I think, in some respects, the face of many of the Pops events, and this one in particular is certainly one that I know is special to him. I also want to recognize David Mugar, who in many respects has been the philanthropic ace of the Boston Pops concert on the Esplanade for many years, for all of his heavy lifting and making sure that this is financed and pulled off every single year. This is obviously a wonderful holiday weekend. You have July 3rd, July 4th, July 5th, and the concert. It's a great way to start the summer season, and it gives us all a chance to forget about the fact that we got 9 feet of snow in 30 days not so long ago. And I keep thinking about the fact, obviously, the winter's right around the corner as well. And there'll be many people here to participate in this event and to remember for a minute the rich heritage that comes with Independence Day here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and in the city of Boston. It's very important that everybody have a good time, but it's also important that we do what we need to do to make sure that this is a safe and secure event. And I believe the plans that have been developed by all of the folks involved on that, both on the state side and the city side, will be able to pull that off, and we'll have another terrific afternoon and evening for those who come. I think in some respects for us it's important that we continue to honor the traditions associated with Independence Day. Many of the most important and seminal events associated with the War for Independence took place right around here and are things that are never very far from us. And I think it's always important that we remember all the men and women who continue to serve this great country and to represent and support our independence are remembered as well on this particular day. I do want to say that for the public who will be joining with us on this particular day and coming down to enjoy and participate in the festivities, it's particularly important that they do what they need to do to follow the rules and engage in this endeavor in the appropriate way so that everybody has a good time. I certainly know, based on the conversations I've had over 2 decades with friends and family, what a great event this is and what a special moment it is for the city and for the state and for the nation as we all take a minute to reflect on our independence and on what made this country great. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Governor, and please welcome Secretary Matthew Beaton, the Secretary of the Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs.
Thank you, Kurt, and thank you, Mr. Governor, for being here with us, and welcome to everybody on behalf of Commissioner Sanchez. Welcome to this fine DCR property, the beautiful, iconic hat shell. It is truly a pleasure for all of us to be here with you to kick off what is bound to be another wonderful Independence Day celebration here at the hat shell. The tradition of this event goes back to 1929. The first Boston Pops Independence Day celebration here on this property. The structure we see behind us here became the iconic image of the Boston Pops that we now know it since 1941. And since then we have come together as a city, as a Commonwealth, and as a nation to celebrate the Independence holiday in the city that got it all started. We have so much rich history going back to the Revolutionary War days, and our nation's independence started right here. So for us to be able to continue this great legacy of this celebration here and have the eyes of the country and of the world upon Boston is truly a special event, and it is due to all the great work of so many. The cooperation of the City of Boston, the City of Cambridge, Massachusetts State Police, the National Guard, B4 Productions, and of course the Boston Pops. It is truly a very special event, and thanks to all the hard work of all the great groups involved, we are able to put on such a wonderful event to the public. I would especially like to give a very big thank you to all the folks over at DCR that really make this event come together. It is truly astounding to see the amount of work that goes into all the logistics and the planning and this beautiful new grass that we're all standing on. Look at this. This is, I think, envy of all of us whose lawns at home probably don't look this nice. But it's truly a testament to the great work done by all the employees of DCR. And as we approach the event, we really see the employees shine and do their work to be able to make the event happen. On the 2nd, we'll have 40 DCR employees working to prepare for the day's events, and then that'll grow to 60. And then come the 4th, we'll have over 100 staff here to make sure that the event goes as planned and that the public is safe and enjoys the festivities. And the work does not end there. Once the event is over and everybody leaves and enjoys themselves, that's when the real work begins, because there's this location in the entire Esplanade is such an amazing public resource that is used very frequently. And thanks to the DCR employees, there's not an ounce of trash left here the day after the event. It looks as good as new and ready for the next event for the public to enjoy. So hats off to everyone at DCR, and thank you for your great work. And to reiterate some of the governor's points, we would just like to ask that the 15,000 plus people that will be here celebrating our nation's independence, that we take some time to remember what this holiday is truly all about, and give thanks to our servicemen and women who made it all possible for us, not only for our original independence, but has preserved that independence to this day. And in reflection of that we treat each other with respect. We work with our security. If you see something, say something. Please be prepared for whatever weather, whatever Mother Nature brings us. And most importantly, just enjoy each other's company and enjoy such a special event. So thank you all very much for being here today, and I wish you all a very happy and safe 4th of July, United States Independence Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Secretary. And now please join me in welcoming Colonel Tim Alben of the Massachusetts State Police.
Thank you, Kurt. Governor, Secretary Beaton, it's a pleasure to be here with you today. We're obviously looking forward to a day like this, unlike last year where we kind of got this all into a 4 or 5 hour window, and we were dealing with David and trying to make things happen and pressuring the gods to allow it to go through. But we're confident we're going to have a good year weather-wise this year. You know, as in every year that we're here, and I think this is my 11th in one capacity or another, this is always about making this a celebration, a joyous occasion. It's about welcoming the residents, the visitors to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and bringing them here to this beautiful Esplanade to enjoy the greatest of American holidays during the year, to celebrate our freedom. There will be a very visible presence of not only state police, but our partners in Cambridge and Boston, federal agents from all kinds of agencies, state police officers from throughout New England that have specialties that we bring here to assist us. There'll also be an invisible presence, as we have with all large events like this, that you won't see them, you won't hear them, you won't know that they're here, but they're here at all times. And then we've made an enormous investment in technology here on the Esplanade that we use every year to monitor crowds and overflow activity and anything that might be of concern for your safety. But the most important point I want to underscore here is that we're here about the people that come here. We're about making this a good day for everyone. The best security, and I say this at every single event that we do, whether it's small or large, whether it's here or Gillette Stadium or the Marathon, is that the public, the people that come are actually a security partner of ours. We depend on you. We depend on you to be diligent, to look around you, to see things. If you see something that's out of sort or of concern, we don't want you to be reserved about that. I'm wearing this yellow vest here today because this exemplifies what all our troopers will be wearing during the 3rd and the 4th. And the reason for that is we want our people to stand out in the crowd. We want the public to be able to reach out and touch someone if they have a concern immediately. So that's very, very important. Don't be hesitant. Go up there and ask a trooper or a police officer for help or express your concerns. The other part of that is the Text the Tip program, which will be enacted again this year. That technology is going to be posted on our external web page and mass.gov. And so that's very, very important as well. You can do this anonymously. Just pick up your phone and text it to 67283 and just put B4 at the beginning of that particular text. And someone's going to respond to you. We know exactly where people are located throughout this venue. The important things for public information and awareness are basically the points of entry, the prohibited items list, and the fact that there's alcohol prohibited here. All of those things are posted on our website beginning today for public consumption and awareness, so that you know before you get here precisely what kind of bags you can bring, what kind of items are allowed in here, or what is not. I want to point out also the road closures. This year we have the advantage at least of being partially contained on a weekend. But the 3rd of July is the day that they go through the dress rehearsal and a lot of activity here. There's also a Red Sox game here on Friday evening, the 3rd. So there'll be a lot of activity. We want you to pay particular attention to those road closure times so people don't try to use Storrow Drive to access Fenway Park as we get closer to game time and so forth. There's a lot of boating regulations that are also posted, as you know. In most years, last year was a little bit less because of the weather, but there's a large congregation that actually take their boats out here to the Charles River and enjoy the music and the celebration. So there's some things that our boating public need to know and should go to that website as well to look at those particular restrictions. The one thing that might be viewed as being somewhat new, but of concern, is about unmanned aerial vehicles. This has become a popular topic. The Boston flight operations here at Logan Airport have restrictions, certainly Friday and Saturday, strict restrictions about Fenway Park, which extends out to a 3-mile radius of that facility, including here. There are also no-fly zones for UAVs throughout the 3rd and the 4th for this particular venue. In order to fly in this particular area, you have to get a certificate from the FAA to do that. And so we are asking people, please do not bring your UAVs here to this particular venue. It causes undue concern, I think, on the part of the public, and it's unnecessary. So with that, I want to again extend a great welcome to everyone. I want people to come out to these venues to enjoy what Massachusetts is all about, to see the beauty of this particular facility, and that we remain hopeful and that we are going to accommodate a great holiday. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Colonel. And to continue with our public safety messaging, please welcome Chief of Boston EMS, Chief Jim Hooley.
Thank you. I just want to start on behalf of all the men and women of Boston EMS. I want to wish everybody a happy, healthy, and safe summer. And to echo what other folks have already said here today, this is an event that us at Boston EMS look forward to supporting every year. It's one of the signature public events in Greater Boston, and we're very proud of it. We're very proud of our association with it over all these many years as well. And to ensure that people have a healthy and safe experience here that day, we're going to be staffing up quite a number of extra folks for the 3rd and the 4th, with the most, of course, being on the 4th. We'll have 9 medical stations all along this side of the river, some larger, some smaller. Some of them will be staffed with EMTs and paramedics. Some of them we will have physicians at as well. Our goal there is to hopefully be able to treat any minor illness or injury right on site and let people get back to enjoying their experience down here. Those tents will be augmented by EMTs and medics on proceed-out teams with stretchers that can go out into the crowd. We will have personnel on bicycles, on motorized carts, again, who can quickly get out and check to see if a condition is serious. If something does escalate, where we do have to extricate and transport you to the hospital, someone to the hospital, we're going to have additional ambulances staged all along the periphery here as well, so that we can bring them in if need be. We will also have personnel inside the UCC, the Unified Command Post, and in the various dispatch centers around the city. Again, so that we'll have seamless coverage. As the Colonel was saying, it's going to be very well marked down here. The sound towers, light towers, all have numbers. It's going to be, it's generally pretty easy for us to locate somebody in a crowd. Look for somebody who's going to be wearing a bright color vest. Our personnel will as well. There's going to be Boston firefighters down here as well. There's a lot of people that can you can just grab for assistance and bring it to our attention. And just finally, there's a few things that the public can do to try to prevent them from becoming a patient, from maybe having to go to the hospital. Every year, heat is really our biggest threat down here. And I always ask people not to underestimate it, particularly for younger children, for elders, but for a lot of people with chronic conditions, and even some of the folks who are working down here all day. Take advantage of some breaks in the shade. Make sure you hydrate. The DCR is providing extra water stations down here, so there's no reason you can't get out and take advantage of that water that's down here. Don't wait to become a victim. If shade, also, you can bring some portable shade, a hat, some loose-fitting clothing. Sunscreen's important as well. You want to have some good memories here. You don't want to have a nasty sunburn on the 5th. So other than that, we just look forward to seeing everybody on both nights. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. We're now joined by Steve McDonald of B4 Productions.
Good morning. On behalf of our executive producer, David Mugar, and the team at Boston 4 Productions, we first want to say thank you to the 25 different federal, state, and local government agencies and organizations that have a hand in producing this event. It's not just the Boston side, it's the Cambridge side, it's Somerville, and it's a lot of different areas that go into the effort to put on this event. This is our 42nd year doing this. That's how long the event as we know it has been around, and we're excited to once again have this event for the people of the area. We're hoping for some good weather. Past couple of years have been challenging when it comes to weather, but we're always hopeful. We look at this event as one of the signature 4th of July events in the country, and if you look around the rest of the country, you see it's actually copied right down to the plane of the 1812. So that's, I guess, always a compliment when people copy what you do. You'll hear a little bit about the music portion. I'll just speak briefly about the fireworks. This year we're happy to have fireworks by Grucci. The Grucci family has been around forever doing fireworks displays. Their actually first fireworks display their family produced was in 1850. And we'll have the 6th generation of Grucci's on hand for our fireworks display. We'll have 4 large barges out in the Charles River. We'll also once again have the pyro effects shot from the Mass Ave Bridge and from the roof of the Hatch Shell. I know they're excited to come back to Boston. They have been here before. And as I said, they're probably the first name in fireworks when people around the country talk about, you know, who do you hire to put on a fireworks show. So we're really excited about that. Other than that, so you're going to hear about the music portion. And again, we want to just thank everyone that goes into helping us put on such a great event.
Thank you, Steve. Steve spoke about one of the highlights of the evening, the fireworks. To speak about the other highlight of the event, we have Dennis Alves, the Artistic Director of the Boston Pops. Thank you. Good morning. Keith Lockhart sends his regrets for not being able to be here this morning. His other summer job is Artistic Director at the Brevard Music Festival in North Carolina, and that's where he is. That's where he is today. Before I tell you about the program, I wanted to say a couple of thanks. First to David Mugar and the B4 Productions, Pam Picard and Rich McDonald and the whole staff there. You have no idea the work that they do to put this show on, and we could not do anything on stage without their help. And I also wanted to thank WBZ TV and Mark Lund. This is the 13th straight year that WBZ has covered this event live, and they will be doing it again this year. Along with we have stream happening, live stream on the Boston Pops website, as well as on WBZ website. There are more details in the press release. You should take a look at that. But thank you to all of you, and also great to see the governor here today, who had a guest conducting stint with the Boston Pops a few weeks ago, and I understand that he's agreed to stand by in case Keith isn't available to conduct. So thank you for that. Anyhow,
I'll be happy to make sure that Keith is healthy and
my name is Dennis Alves. I'm the Director of Artistic Planning for the Boston Pops. It's indeed an honor and a privilege for the Boston Pops to once again be part of this amazing event we call the Boston Pops Fireworks Spectacular. We're especially proud to say that Keith Lockhart this year is celebrating his 20th anniversary as conductor of the Boston Pops and 20th anniversary conducting this glorious event. We have a terrific show for you this year. In addition to the tradition of performing John Philip Sousa's Stars and Stripes Forever, our popular patriotic sing-along, and of course Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, complete with cannons, once again provided to us by the Massachusetts Army National Guard 1st Battalion, 101st Field Artillery Regiment, and of course the fireworks. We have a lineup of extraordinary special guests, and they include vocalist Michael Cavanaugh, handpicked by Billy Joel to star in the Broadway show Movin' Out, and a frequent guest of the Boston Pops at Symphony Hall. Another frequent performer and old friend of the Pops is vocalist Melinda Doolittle, who became a household name on season 6 of American Idol. In addition to frequent appearances with us at Symphony Hall and on tour, Melinda appears on our 2013 CD, A Boston Pops Christmas. The Sons of Serendip, a wonderful group of 4 young men who started out as friends, came together to play music while in graduate school at Boston University, and shortly after, in 2014, were finalists on America's Got Talent. The Boston Crusaders, Boston's own nationally and internationally acclaimed drum and bugle corps, they're celebrating their 75th birthday this year. Springfield, Massachusetts' own Michelle Brooks Thompson, recognized both nationally and internationally for her outstanding vocal performances on season 3 of NBC The Voice. And last but not least, the USO show troupe, who perform annually live for more than 600,000 troops and family members worldwide.
and has frequently been featured on national television specials. And one thing that I know that Keith is very, very excited about this performance, it's something that we've never done before here at the Esplanade. This year's show will include an interactive component. Twice during the show, the on-site audience and viewers at home will be able to vote via text message on what the Boston Pops will play during the concert. This is something we tried at Symphony Hall earlier this spring, and it became so popular that we wanted to give it a try here on the Esplanade with 500,000 of our closest friends. Anyway, that's about it, the details of the program, and thanks again to you all for being here, and thank you to the state police and the DCR and all the folks, the EMS folks, do an amazing job putting this event on. There's no way we could do any of this on stage without their help. Thanks very much.
Thank you, and I know our guests are happy to take any questions you may have now.
I got one for Colonel Alben.
Carl.
Good morning. Colonel, I want to ask you about drones, because UAVs are very much a moving target politically and in the area of public safety. I just wonder what your concerns with 500,000 people here are when it comes to drones.
Well, I think it starts with the concern that people will see with any kind of flying object out here that is not under the control of someone that they're familiar with. So I think that's number one. Number two, there's a lot of things going on in this area. There's obviously law enforcement aviation coverage here. We don't want that interfering with anything. We don't want any danger posed to people from those drones coming down on the tops of folks here. And I think it's just a general privacy concern that most folks have, that they don't know who's controlling this. So I think those are the general concerns.
And the general message is no drones.
The general message is no private drones here. There won't be any government drones here. There won't be drones at all here. And the FAA takes this quite seriously, so there are potential ramifications for that as well.
Thank you.
Colonel, you had mentioned new technology that you guys are employing. Can you be,
Well, I'm not talking about anything, all that sophisticated. If you look around here, you see a number of closed-circuit cameras that were installed here after 2013, and those give us the capability really of looking at all of the area, all of the activity in real time, and being able to respond quickly to where we need to be.
Other questions? Last call. Thank you for being here. Thank you.